few weeks ago, I got my first lathe and tried my first wood turning project. I had to go turning a spindle, and you gave me a few bits of advice. The first being not to start with a square bit of wood, but to knock the corners off first. So to show you that I do actually listen to what you tell me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tilt the table on the bandsaw over to 45 degrees and get these cut off. The next suggestion you gave me was about the type of tool I've been using with the lathe. I had done some research and it suggested that carbide tools were best for beginners. But a few of you suggested I shouldn't just take the easy option and I should give traditional turning tools a go. So as I definitely fall into the beginner's camp, I started with the carbide tool, but I just got myself a spindle roughing gouge, a more traditional wood turning tool. So why are carbide tools so good for beginners? Well, it's because they're easy to learn how to use. With traditional tools, there are many types, and each one requires learning a different method of using them. The way they're held is different, and the angle you introduce them to the workpiece at. Now for carbide tools, things are much simpler. There's only four main types. I have the square edge one. Now the technique for using them is all pretty much the same. You hold them parallel to the floor and then you just move them in towards the workpiece until you make contact. With the more traditional spindle gouge, you can introduce it to the wood a bit slower. With it at a steep angle, you can have it so it's contacting but not cutting. And then you can raise the handle until it starts to make a cut. For someone that's new to this slowly introducing it to the wood feels a bit safer. When using the gouge, you want to rock it from one side to the other, so you're using all the cutting edge and not dulling just one bit. So with the steel tools, there's definitely more to learn about using them, but that's not the whole story. You've also got to learn how to keep them sharp. With the carbide tools, when the edge gets dull, you can just loosen off the end and twist the cutter 90 degrees to reveal a whole fresh new edge. When all four edges have finally got dull, you can buy these new cutters incredibly cheap, but you can also give them a little sharpen on a diamond stone. With the more traditional gouge though, it's more complex. You need a sharpening machine, which I have. A jig is also really needed, which I do not have. So that brings us nicely on to the cost difference of these tools. With the Carbide ones, as I say, there's only really 4 different types. With the more traditional ones though, there's more tools than I even know the names of yet. As with most tools, you get what you pay for. The more expensive Carbide tools look nicer made, but I'm not sure how much better they're actually going to perform. This was a very cheap one I got from Amazon. Seems to work very well. As for the steel tools, obviously the more expensive ones are going to be nicer made, but they're also going to be manufactured out of higher quality steel. That means it's going to hold its edge longer and stay sharper, making it easier to use. This is not the cheapest one available. This is from AXMINSTER, but it's definitely not the most expensive. With the traditional steel tools though, it's not just the cost of the tool, it's the sharpening system as well that I mentioned, and that's going to add a lot of cost to it. So why would you go for the harder to learn, harder to use, more expensive option of the steel tool? Well, when you become proficient with them, they should leave a much better quality finish. And that's because these 2 tools cut in different ways, or don't cut maybe. The Carbide tool acts more like a scraper and scrapes or tears the wood fibre away. The gouge works more like a traditional chisel and shears the fibres away, cutting them, leaving a nicer finish. You can see the difference in the waste. The Carbide tool creates chips and dust, while the steel tool creates shavings, which should get even better with a bit more practice. So is the finish actually much better? Well, I'm going to get a fresh piece of wood, put in the lathe and turn one half of it with the Carbide tool and the other half with the steel tool, and we'll have a look. So which one has left the better finish? The steel one or the Carbide one? I think they both look pretty good. I think that's the trouble. The Carbide one just works straight away. Not much to learn. Learning curve is much steeper with the steel one. So the finish looks alright, but not amazing. But that's my first go with it. It can only get better. So which of these tools is best for beginners? Well, Carbide one is probably quicker at removing material, but then you've got the added time of sanding. The Carbide doesn't need sharpening, but the finish isn't as good. I think it's all down to personal taste. There isn't a right answer. And why do you have to choose just one? Well, you could use both. I could use the Carbide one for the roughing work, quick, don't have to sharpen all the time, and then finishing, I could just use the steel gouge. I'm new to wood turning, I'm even newer to spindle gouges, so I'm going to keep practicing with this and I can only get better, and I enjoy learning new techniques and how to use new tools. It's been fun learning the difference between these tools and having an experiment with the finish, and it just goes to show I do listen to your comments and take them on board. I'll put links to these 2 tools down below if you're interested in starting your wood turning journey. So thanks for watching everyone, thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.